Stocks our strategists feel are poised to deliver positive returns are featured now in their top stock picks of the week.
We're going to hear about a couple of more interesting stocks to round out the month of November with from our strategists, Dan LeBeau, who joins me here at the desk, and Brian Bolin, who is joining us out on the wide open web via Skype. So, Dan, we're going to start with you and Zendesk.
Yeah, so Zendesk, ticker ZEN. It's been all over the board over the last year. As you can see, looking at this chart, Zen's traded down after its Q2 earnings, after a huge miss on EPS estimates, and it kind of lowered expectations moving forward. But in Q3, they did not disappoint investors at all. They had a huge beat on both metrics, top and bottom line, and we've seen over 20% share price appreciation since then. Mm-hmm. So that earnings illustrated a 36% year-over-year growth to the top line, and also it demonstrated a record high of a $800 million annual run rate.
Wow.
So this stock is continuing to grow. There's a lot of momentum going into it, and analysts are increasingly optimistic, pushing the stock up into a Zacks rank 2 buy. So what Zendesk is, it's a CRM system. It originally started as a customer support desk.
Okay.
And they've since grown out their product offering and are now doing the whole 360 customer relations management, which we call CRM in the business.
Yeah.
So they're competing with huge companies like Salesforce, HubSpot, and even some of the bigger cloud players like Microsoft are in the space as well. So the question is, why Zendesk? Why invest in Zendesk over some of these other companies?
Yes. So why, Dan?
And the reason is Zendesk has a very easily implemented software. It's cloud-based, and you don't need a professional to come in and monitor it and implement it like you would with Salesforce or some of the other larger softwares. So, I mean, this business and this product offering caters to small to mid-sized businesses, but it has since grown out, and they've been able to capture a lot more Fortune 500 companies in the recent times. They just were recognized by Gartner's as the leader in CRM customer support centers for the third year in a row, and this is because of how fast they're able to develop to their customer base, and ease of implementation is huge, as well as the ability to integrate other platforms into the system.
Okay.
So 14 out of 16 analysts are calling this a buy right now, and they're expected to grow 30% for the next 2 years moving forward as their top line continues to appreciate.
Okay.
So I think we have a lot of potential here. The stock is hot, like I said, 20% appreciation. So look for this to keep moving up. We're only 15% off our all-time highs, which they hit earlier this year, and I think we have the potential to get there again.
All right. Sounds interesting. Brian, talk with us or to us about Cirrus Logic.
I'd love to talk with you about Cirrus Logic, or to you, or around it, or any of that. And Cirrus Logic is CRUS is the ticker. It's a Zacks ranked #1 strong buy, and being the growth-oriented strategist here, got a good growth style score of a B, slightly weaker style score of C. I think the main idea with this name, and we're just taking a look at this chart right here. This was an earnings move there from the below 60 to over 70. The idea is that this is a supplier to Apple, and the refresh cycle on the iPhone is probably going to be very strong, especially into the holiday season. And I think we kind of have a little idea of that, with this earnings beat most recently. So let's jump down and take a look. Oh, I'm all out of sorts here. At the estimates and at the movement here. So recently, we can see that there's been all sorts of very strong beats. 16%, 236%, 133%, and most recently this beat of 60 cents. That's really big. So, very positive average of beating the number, something we love to see. We can see estimates moving sharply higher here. 10 cents for this quarter, moving lower here. Don't like to see that. But for the full year, and that's what the Zacks rank really cares about, we can see estimates really moving higher. And that's the important thing. If we jump to the valuation, we can see the stock trades at a pretty reasonable 20 times forward earnings. Low 6% top line growth, but I think that number is going to go much higher over the next couple quarters as those Apple sales really start to hit. The price to book at only 3 times is going to be attractive to the value investors there somewhat. They like below 3, but it's not too high above 3. Price to sales at 3.3, which is really good. We want to see that incremental sales for the company mean that much more to the market, so we see things improving there. Margins popping up. We love to see that. Really strong here on the net margin side. So when you put all of that together, you're going to see this important thing right here. And this is the chart. We can see over the course of this year, this stock has done, this sort of thing, nice straight up and away sort of move here. Estimates came in early in the year as we were worried about trade concerns. Now that's coming off. We could see estimates move back to this level right around here, the $4, $4.25, and that could put the stock reasonably, in the $80 to a $90 range. So we think about that 20 times multiple, and then we get this other thing that's a 20 times multiple. It's a poor graph chart. But the idea is that as earnings improve, the multiple can improve as well. So we could see that multiple pop up to 25, and at 4 times, even just at $4 per share earn future earnings, we could see that being a $100 stock. So I like Cirrus Logic here, and I like to hold this thing at least through the next earnings print, which would take you through January. So while it is the top stock pick of this week, I'm bullish on it long term too.
Do you own it?
I do not own it personally, but in one of the portfolios that I manage here at Zacks, I'm going to say that it is in Tech Innovators.
Okay.
I own it in Tech Innovators.
What about Dan stock? Do you own that one?
I do not own Dan stock anymore. I used to own that one in Home Run, though.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. Thanks for the information. Dan, do you own either of these 2 stocks?
No, but I'm looking to get into Zen at some point this week.
Okay.
So
cool. Well, definitely no turkeys this time around for Thanksgiving week. We thank you both for that. Always more stock information, including a bull of the day on Zendesk that Dan posted just this morning on Zacks.com. So it has a lot more information in it than he was able to give in the short amount of time here in this video. You may want to get over there and check that out as well. Also, for a limited time, you are invited to follow Zacks' recommendations and our buys and sells from all of our recommendation portfolios. And you can do it in real time, and the nice part is it's only going to cost you $1 in a trial, but the trial is only for a limited time, and the offer itself is only for a limited time. And you can even look into some of the portfolios that we have here that have been up to now closed to outsiders, only open to subscribers. You can do that and get more details on this offer by going to Zacks.com/promo. All right. Thank you all, and thank you. Have a happy Thanksgiving. And with Dan and Brian, I'm Terry Ruffalo.